Hello, YouTube. I am going to do my labor and delivery story real quick. Wow, it's been almost a week. It's been 5 days. My daughter is 5 days old, and she's born December 17th at 7:01 a.m. And start with that. December 16th, that Wednesday, no, it was Thursday. That Thursday, December 16th, I was experiencing some, actually everything was fine. I was just kind of out of it. 38 weeks. I didn't want to be pregnant anymore. So I actually looked up, a little thing online about castor oil, and I wanted to try it out. I didn't think it was going to happen or nothing was going to happen. I took 2 tablespoons of it, to be honest. And I ended up at 9:16, I took it. And I actually did a video that I haven't posted yet. But I took 2 teaspoons of it. I'll take that back. 2 tablespoons of it. And 9:16. And at 11:16, 2 hours exact, I remember standing up in the kitchen, and we were having a conversation, and I kept feeling something, a little squeeze in my stomach, a little tight, but I didn't pay any attention to it. So after the 5th time it happened, I was thinking to myself, I stopped, and I said, is this contractions I'm having? So I actually stopped, I stopped, and I realized that every 5 minutes I was having contractions. So note around 11 o'clock, I didn't really pay attention to it. 11:16, I didn't really pay too much attention to it. And then around 12 o'clock, they started getting more and more frequent, but painful. And I said, oh my God, what's about to happen? Like, this is contractions. I've never experienced contractions in my life. I looked up online to make sure that I was having contractions, the tightness and all of that, and then I had to, breathe and stop for a second. It was getting really intense. So my boyfriend decided to then take me to the emergency room around 1-something. Now, I was so skeptical. I didn't want to go. So around 1:30, we grabbed my stuff, and we went to the emergency room. I then sat there and triage for a second, and the nurse comes back to tell me, she's like, we're going to try and stop your contractions. Let's just see if we can. And she gave me saline, which is a fluid, to see if maybe I was dehydrated. That happens to people and makes them have contractions. So I actually, she gave me 2 bags of it. It wouldn't stop. They were coming 2 minutes apart. At 5-something, she comes in the room and she's like, I never even made it up to labor and delivery. I never even made it up there. I was still in the triage, and she comes down, she's like, all right, we're going to get you prepped for surgery. And I'm thinking, oh my God, are you serious right now? Because I was the only one there. We have 3 other kids who had to go to school that next morning. So hubby was there with the kids, and he was going to meet me back up there after they get on the school bus. Unfortunately, before our last child got on the school bus, she decided to come before then. So they did my surgery at 6:30 something, which the baby was born at 7:01. I was there by myself for the first time. And I was really scared, really nervous. I remember holding on to the Chinese doctor, really tight. I was so terrified. And because I never had to go through it alone. I couldn't reach him. I kept trying to call him and let him know that I was going in, that they were about to do the surgery. We had no idea that this was going to happen so fast. And unfortunately, he's a hard sleeper. So 6 o'clock when I was trying to call him, he didn't answer, and the kids were just now getting up for school. I had to turn my cell phone off, and to make a long story short, he ends up missing the birth. And So 7:01 she was born. By 7:30 I was all sewed up and I went into recovery, and they ended up bringing me to my room by 8:30, so an hour down there. I was like determined to get to my baby because I wanted to hold her and see her and all of that. So I get upstairs to my room by 8:35, and here comes Daddy walking through the door, and he's listening to the nurse because he went downstairs. He couldn't find me because my cell phone had been turned off. He asked where I was. They pointed him in my direction. As soon as I got up there, 2 minutes later, he walks through the door, and he has no idea that I had the baby yet. So he sits there and listens to the nurse, and the nurse like, oh, well, she's doing this, and when we bring her up here, just note this and note that. And he's looking at me like, what do you mean bring her up? And he stops the nurse and he goes, wait, you're not pregnant anymore? He's like, you had the baby? And I'm like, yeah, I had the baby already. And he looks at me like, are you kidding me? I missed the delivery. And he was like really upset about it. And I was upset about it, but I wasn't going to try to make him feel bad about it at all. So I just went ahead and, you know, I couldn't wait till she gets to the room so she can see her daddy and he can finally meet her. And it was pretty overwhelming. It was really overwhelming. I only stayed in the hospital for 3 days, so from Friday to Sunday. And I got discharged around 1 on Sunday, and I have a beautiful little girl who I am very happy. I'm so happy that she's here. I guess I can kind of do my almost 1 week postpartum in this as well. I'm not sure how much weight I lost, but it's very, you can tell a lot by just looking at me and my stomach. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the camera around and I'm going to let you see my stomach and, yeah, all of that. So let me see. Okay. So I'm in the mirror right now, and we're going to turn it this way. And this is me 5 days after having Brooklyn. I'm kind of like, all my clothes are like really baggy now. So let me turn. So I still have a little pudge, but it's like almost gone. I don't really expect too much. I just gave birth. So it's only been 5 days. And I'm very happy with the results so far. So I'll do a video of her and introduce her to the world. And I just want to say again, thank you so much for you guys. And if there's anybody that has any questions, I did have a planned cesarean, so I knew it was going to have a C-section. We're doing wonderful, and baby is awesomely great. I'll actually take you to her real quick and let you get a sneak peek. Let's see. She's sleeping on my bed. Very peaceful. I don't want to wake her up so much. But thank you so much for going down this path with me, and I will continue because I'm like really going to try to get back to my birth, well, before my weight before I had her, and more, to lose more. So if you have any questions, just let me know. And thank you again. Talk to you soon. Bye.